Hello everyone, Jan is here, and in this video we are going to look at trading results for this week, also results for the month, and overview of gold for possibly this coming week, and a little bit the main picture, possible expectations. Okay, so well, let's start with the results straight away, and for the January, yeah. So I'm going to show you yet again. I'm using FX Blue, and this month the statistics for January 2023. It's actually ended up a quite profitable month. As you can see, the result on my main account was $9,000. So I just want to show you the filter. It shows us 30 days, and yeah, starting okay from the 1st and 31st. Yeah, we do have. No, we don't want today because it's already there, 31st. And here we go. Ta-dam, the same result. Okay. So, yes, usually I start trading a little bit later, but this year I decided to come back in January, and it was quite a good month. We had really good events, news, and okay, that's it. Okay, for the week, right? I wanted to show you how much we made this week. Okay, the February, well, we do have a bit of the January still, and well, starting with like, okay, let's put Sunday, and today's whatever day we have, and filter. Also the result is $3,600. So also a really good week. Okay, and I want to show you also, let's filter, it's just February, the few days of February, and you will see just what the beginning of the month is looking like, which is $2,185 already. So that will be going into the February month already. So good start. We had really nice news again, and I was sending my signals as usual. Well, I'm calling it sharing with you the trading ideas where I have my orders. Okay, pretty much. Again, if you're watching for the first time, I'm repeating every time myself because quite a lot of new viewers are coming to my channel. So who's following me already knows that I'm posting the orders using my EA, JFX Line Trader Pro, which is easier to place the orders with. I will have setups in there built in, and when I'm sending it to Telegram channel, which is absolutely free, so you have it as these are setups, and before it is the picture of the levels, where I placed the levels. So let's open it a bit more so you can see once again the levels. The green is for buy stop and the red one is for sell stop, and it is usually with the distance of 24 pips up, well, 244 points, because it's in points up and down from those levels. So again, if you see this, it's 244 points from one level and from another level. So actually actual entry price would be this in these brackets. Okay, so that's the actual orders where the market will move and touch those prices. That's where it will get you, okay, into the trade. So not those numbers, because often I have been asked. So the like I'm saying, guys, the signal is absolutely free. You can join. It's Jana FX. So here you can see TME Jana FX, a Telegram channel, and like I'm saying, you can follow and do manual if you want to follow me, or you can subscribe to my EA, which is very, very symbolic prices, like only $20 a month. It's just you know, like to keep some maintenance, because it's not my EA with the programmer. Okay, so it's really, really little compared to, you see how much we can make and the results I get. Okay, so of course there is no guarantee you're going to get the same result, because I always say use the smallest lot size, and money management is all up to you. Okay, guys, so all the risks you take yourself. I'm not responsible for whatever the action you're going to do. Also, of course, you see I have bigger profits, better profits, let's say, to compare to the trades, because only few trades I'm sending. I'm trading more during the day because I'm using smaller time frames, like I'm scalping gold quite a lot, okay? And I don't send all the time those trades. Well, I don't send because I usually buy or sell, okay? But I'm sending to you pending orders, okay? So you can prepare for the trade if you want to follow, so you would know where it is before it's happened, because if I'll just press buy or sell, it could be a little bit slow, delay or something else, and few seconds the market runs away and you can't get into the trade, or you get into the trade and it could be a losing trade for you, because sometimes I just go for like 10 pips profit in those trades. We might talk about it afterwards, because I have never ever traded gold before on such small time frames. Like I was saying, usually I was just a part-time trader, always just placing my pending orders, walk away, come back, because I used to travel a lot. And now, like this year, well, last year, right? So actually starting with the COVID time, when I started to look a little bit more into it, and so now I consider myself a little bit more full-time trader, okay? Because before, yes, part-time, I also had only 1 or 2 trades, but now I have a lot of trades, and that strategy I use is also new for me. It's very rewarding by the look of it, but I'm not ready yet to share it. Okay, so maybe at some point I will share it, but if it will goes well, and also I might offer copying the signals, okay, through like wherever the social trading sites. So we will see how it goes, because I'm saying to you guys, in such small time frames, I have been trading not that long, but my usual setups works as well. So let's just have a quick look again at the trades, if you're again watching first time and you were not following me this week. So we will go through those trades, and I show you where we had loss, where we had profits, and then we will talk about what I will be expecting this coming week. So you see, guys, like before, because I was only like using those pending orders, looking at a lot of technical analysis. Now I do still use it, but not as much. That's why I don't see any point of actually doing the technical analysis, because I'm doing every day, right, a little bit of analysis of what I'm expecting, and when I'm placing the orders, I'm always explaining that what we can expect, if we could expect losses, what recoveries, how far the market can go. I always explain and show you those levels where it can go. So that's why I think on the weekend to tell you the analysis roughly I can do it, but you see, it's not really that important because I'm doing it during the night. But okay, let's see. That's what happened previous week. This week, okay. So that's the starting, the signals I sent to Telegram, my orders I sent to Telegram, and how they worked out. So that was the start. Well, we have Monday when I didn't have any trades, because the market was in the middle of the channel, the previous one, the flat one I was explaining, and then when the market went down, that's what I was placing my orders, where I was also explaining that what kind of risks here could be. So here the trade worked out right there, not well, with the market going up a little bit. You see, that's the one which didn't continue the way up as I was expecting, because it was looking like a little bit of a triangle. So my expectation was out of a breakout, we should either go up, continue maybe in the same channel, or at least in the middle and get a little bit of our profit, and at the same time going down. So you see, always I'm explaining to you guys, this is during Asian session, and we don't have much of the consolidation. As you can see that the previous picture, you see, I was saying that for the best result, we really need to wait a little bit more of consolidation before actually placing those levels. That would be stronger area for placing those orders. But because I can't do it, I'm in a different time zone from the Asian session, right? When I'm looking at it, it's already, for me, is one between 12 and 1 a.m., which is London, is around 11 p.m. Midnight, okay? So on London time, I'm in Gibraltar, so I'm 1 hour ahead. And so that's why it's very late for me, and I can't wait. I need to wait, I'm saying, usually at least another 1-2 hours, a bit more, to get a better area. But anyway, it's still working well, as you can see. If you can check all the other signals through the Telegram channel, you'll see it still works well. like I'm saying, during the day I'm also trying to send some signals to some of my pending orders if I'm not just buying or selling straight away. Okay, yeah, so we had this order which was triggered. Well, for me, you see, guys, again, it's not going to be for everyone, because I'm also trading some other accounts with the other brokers, and sometimes have different results. Some can get you the pin into the trade, some could not. So maybe some of you didn't get into the bad trade. Okay, so but I got on with all my accounts which I was trading, I got with the spin into that bad trade. But you see, the calculation was, which I was explaining, to go back down, and it was covered, so we made profit on this another sell, the opposite sell. You see, quite often I cancel the orders, the opposite, if we trigger one of the, but I can't do it during Asian session, that's why I always leave it both, whatever happens. Okay, but usually during the day I would just send a message like saying cancel sell stop or cancel buy stop if we already triggered one of them in profit. That's how I usually do it. Okay, so yes, we did we covered, and then we had a quick reverse, and I had then another signal here again, well, my orders, because we were back in the same area, and I was using, you see, sometimes you would see I don't have anything in here because I'm using the previous area. That's why sometimes, yes, it could be empty, it's during the day, and because I had it before, we're back in the same area, I had another order which also it was right here, right, that little one, that little move, which made us another profit. Okay, so because I go for the smaller take profit, close half positions, and then another half would be trading, and here's what we had, that small trade worked out, and then next day the next area was here creating the another order, and so we had the moves. Okay, so you can see the market moved up, then I had another area here, the another orders, and also we had a bit of the move which was closed, and then I had another area. So this is where we were placing the next our orders, and you see the market moved down, and so that's all was profitable. We only had that one first loss, all the other ones which was covered, so I don't count as a loss. So if my loss was recovered, I don't count it as a loss, because yes, it's a try, like in any business, you like put money, and you expect it as a first like year whatever losing, and then you make profit on it, right? So that's exactly pretty much the same, except here it's very visible and straight away, right, like few minutes or hours you can see the results. So we invested, expected a loss, and then we made it all back. So that was all, those were all profitable trades. And then we had this another area where I was pretty much saying that I'm pretty much guaranteed there will be a losing trade here, because again, it was not enough for me here. It was very narrow and I didn't like the area, but I still placed the orders because the expectation was that we could still have that move. And I was right about the losing trade. So that was my losing trade here. But market, you see, that's the market started to sit, continue to consolidate, and I sent again orders, which I placed again because the bigger account I have, I can have, I'm using the small reasonable lot size based on money management, of course. That's why even with the one floating, I could place more levels, and we were expecting news, right? Okay, so that's was finished with this. That's the area. But that's what I was saying, that possibly better was not to go into the trade during the Asian session, but wait for the news events. Okay, so if you would be watching, you would all know what I was talking about, and that's exactly what I was talking about when we had this nice area, then we had this nice move. And that's it. The week was finished. As you can see, I have nothing floating, and you saw the result for this week. So it was a pretty good week. The only bit of a difference here, guys, of course, with the movements like that, I quite often continue to adapt the trades. I'm sending you one setup. Sometimes I do send you a setup, which is with the EA, where you can have automatically closing half positions, open new position, closing half positions, new position, and they continue to grow a bit and increase the profit. When I send this setup, I had to do it manually. When the move started, I didn't change my setting, but I was hoping that you would continue, because I have been telling you about it quite often, and quite a bit of you are trading manually, okay, just using my levels and trading it manually. So that's how I did it this time on this movement. Okay, so the only reason I did not place actually with the EA, because expectation was not did not know what to expect from the news, because I was saying that my expectation was for the market finally continue to go down, and I felt if it will be big news, then it could be slipperage or anything else, and who knows how they it will get me into the trades. And it was quite a bit of again slipperage, so it was not exactly where I wanted to get in, a little bit lower, but that's why I didn't have time to put the setting, change the setting and put it straight away, and I was just doing it manually. And then eventually it just all finished. Well, it didn't finish right here, it's finished a little bit higher, because that's what I was explaining, that Fibonacci level 23, where I was expecting it to reach it. Okay, so we did go even a bit further, but anyway, so that was all done this week. That's how it was done. So now let's see what we're going to expect. So possibly again on Sunday night, I will see how the market opens, and if there will be opportunities, and I probably will place the orders, but I probably will not make a video, because I'm going to talk about it right now, right? So the next video is probably will be at night, again from Monday night to Tuesday night morning, depends where you are. So for me it will be again a night, midnight of Tuesday. Okay, so when it will be hopefully making a video. So next week we will have some news, not as good news, not as big news as this week. The expectation that yes, the market might continue the same direction. So my expectation that gold finally turned around, which I was telling you about, all of these spins I was telling you, and of course we are like really high. We went very high without a correction. So that move was a correction of this down move, and you see where it stopped. It stopped pretty much exactly at one of the levels. I mean, okay, it's plus minus, it was close enough, let's say, because it could have gone a little bit higher, a little bit low, but at this moment you can see it's pretty much as where I placed it in the first place. So you see just a little bit right here and turned around. That's what I was warning previously, that of course soon it should start to go, especially for those of you who keeps the trades for long term. Okay, long. I don't do it usually. That's why it doesn't really important for me, but I keep still telling you my thoughts, and you can decide whatever you want to do. If you wanted to close the position, so you wanted to place a trailing stop and see if it will continue on the way up. So yes, daily time frames, you can see the big red candles. Of course, after that, the expectation was what I would expect next is, well, if we would look, it's gold, right? It can do whatever it wants, it can continue all the way down, it can have a correction, it might go for a little bit consolidation. So usually if you would just look at gold, and when it has such a big moves, of course it needs a little bit of briefing, like, right? Briefing space, like little candles. Big ones, a little bit corrections, as you can see here, again, big candles and little candles. Well, in here also up, little candle up, little candle up. So here I'm expecting the same, possibly just like a little candle here, maybe a little bit of consolidation, and my expectation will continue further down to, like, let's say next level is 38 and 38, and then possibly from here a bit of a more correction, a bit stronger correction. We also had a lot of here consolidation previously, and then we will see. So that's kind of my expectation, a little bit of in here slowing down. So we also had a bit of consolidation here, so that's why I can expect maybe a bit of a correction here, slowing down, maybe a little bit higher, slowing down, or it can continue with a little bit. So as you know, I'm looking at the small time frames, as you can see right now. The same to go for going to see opening of the market, which can be a gap right? So I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if it will be gap. Well, my expectation, the gap would be gap down, so then I wouldn't jump straight away, you know, like with the gaps. Also, I place my painting orders just on the edge of the gaps, and because quite often after such big news we have still a reaction on the news, and it might continue still a way down before we decided to close the gap. That's why if it will be gap, I will place probably my order just in case, but wouldn't just like buy straight away and see if it will actually go down to 38, or maybe it will decide to close it. Okay, so but I'm not going to take a risk. I will be just placing the order, so we will see. If no gap, of course, this is nothing, and not good for me to place any I mean, if it opens quietly, right, without any jumps up or down, you see this is really like nothing. So I would like that 386 pips is nothing. Okay, so it's nothing again, just like it was here where I was telling you that it could have just go for a little bit. So that's why we will wait. I will see, and that would be the first possible area. And of course from here, like I'm saying, we will see if it will go a little bit up for correction, could be, right, up there, or if decide to continue more after such big moves. Sometimes maybe it's better just to wait a little bit to see what it wants to do, because it can just go into flat area again, right? So we had like flat area here for quite a while, so it can go again for a bit of a flat, but who knows, a bit lower or a little bit higher, we will see. But that's what I like with gold. Even if it goes with the flat area, usually it's like about 100 pips width, and we can again even 200, you see here the previous one, but usually, like I'm saying, it's a minimum 100 pips we have, so we can play with those numbers again, right? Usually when we're going in a flat, it's better of course to look for the top of the flat area and from the bottom, so the flat area, and then go for those trades orders. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys, for now. Like I'm saying, I don't really like to go, I mean, okay, we can go in a bit bigger time frame just to see the main picture from here. Let's say if we did reverse, and where could we go? See, that's what I was telling you. When we will reverse, I will change the Fibonacci levels. Before we had that move of Fibonacci where we still had 78, which was not finished, but you know, usually Fibonacci levels, the reverse is 50 or 61 is more common. Go slightly further of 61. So that's why in here the same situation. I'm expecting possible if we will go slowly. I mean, I wouldn't expect like that sharp, so maybe that a bit slower. We can continue going down to wherever 50, 61, which looks more like 61. And you see, guys, it looks like a little bit of a triangle here, right? If we look at that area, we have two tops, two bottoms. One of them was broken, and now we have a third top. Consider here, and then so expectation if we will go down, well, let's say the price, it's a bigger time frame, of course, so it's like takes a while, but we're just okay, let's see at the main picture, right? So let's say if it will go wherever, how long it takes to this area, like 1721, maybe 1730, and will not break further, and will not break it, right? So then expectation would be we are going back up and finally will break out from that possible triangle, and then break out and go higher. Yes, so that's I can see something like that. That's the area, right? That's our a possible triangle. Yeah, and if not, I still look at it as a downtrend channel inside the big uptrend channel, and we still have that pin. So you see, that's why I still have that pin in mind in here, and so that's quite easily could be a triangle, but then we break out, well, slowly it might sit in this area. You see, it could be for a few months what we're looking at, 2023, 2024, and then it can drop to our possible that pin area, plus minus. It doesn't have to be all the way down, but plus minus it could be like 27, whatever. So we're talking about years now, right? So that's why that's just like the picture at this moment, more towards going down. But what the future will bring us, we don't know. And that's why at this moment you can see, yes, that could be possibly a turning around point. But if you follow the same what I follow, just trading the short terms, not going for long terms, then it doesn't really matter, right? So we're closing out the positions, and it's like the wick is closed. That's it. We're with profit, perfect. It's just enough. Just don't get too greedy, okay? If you get too greedy, well, then you can lose, okay? So that's why don't get too greedy, get wherever you can, and just be happy with it. So that's it, guys. That's what I'm saying. I never have a target. I often asked, do you have a target? Can you make 10% at least every month? No, I can't, because sometimes it could be 10%, could be 1%, it could be 20. You never know, and it could be minus, okay? And you can close the month in the minus. So you never know. That's why I don't really like to talk about the numbers and profits, how much you can make. Whatever you make is great. As long as you make profit, it's good. So that's Forex. That's how it works for me anyway. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, like my YouTube channel. Press the bell so you don't miss, okay? But of course, Telegram channel is absolutely free. And happy trading, everyone. Have a also nice weekend. And I see you in my next video. Bye.